Money Monday. It's Bridgette here, and we're going to talk about such a burning question for entrepreneurs, business owners, anybody that's actually in sales that's responsible for pricing. I want you to listen up. We're going to talk about when you should raise your prices. How do you know when to raise your prices? Well, I will tell you that a lot of business owners, entrepreneurs that I work with do struggle with charging their value. So if you're sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, that's me, then I really want you to listen up. Get a notepad and take some notes on this, because these are really important things that I have found in research that will help you make that decision confidently to go ahead and raise your prices. Because like I said, the majority of people that are out there running their own business are undercharging, okay? The one thing I will say, it doesn't matter what number you charge, you have to feel good about it. So I can tell you all day long to raise your prices, but if you're not confident going into that decision and sharing about the investment that it will take to work with you, then it's not going to work anyway, right? So take note of these, see how you feel afterwards, and then go from there. Okay. All right. So when should I raise my prices? These are some signs, 6 of them, that will tell you that it is time. Okay. All right. So number 1, you have more work than you can handle. That's a big one because it shows proof of concept. It shows that there is a demand for what you're offering and that people are actually buying it. They're investing in it, okay? So you have more work than you can handle. That your time is like your real estate, right? Like you don't have as much capacity in your calendar to be able to serve more. So that requires an increase in price, right? Okay, number 2, competitors are charging significantly more than you. So this one's a little bit gray in my opinion, because there are different people out there that might be doing the same things that you're doing. They could be in a different market, they could be a different level of experience or whatnot. But the reality is, if they're offering the same service and you are confident in your service and your ability to get results, then I would use that as a factor. I would use that as a benchmark, because somebody out there is actually showing that there is social proof out there, that people are paying for it for that level. And somehow there's a gap between your level of confidence and theirs. So that deserves exploration. Number 3, you've already made a sale at the higher rate. So you already have social proof. Don't go backwards, right? So we've been there before where maybe we've put an offer out there, or maybe we've thrown a proposal out there or something like that, and somebody has actually purchased it. That gives you the confidence to say, this is my current rate. This is my current rate because somebody has already purchased it. You know, that should be the ultimate confidence builder, in my opinion, and a sign that you should raise all the other prices. Now, for existing customers, you can look on more of like an annual basis. It doesn't necessarily need to be at the same time because they might be grandfathered in for a while, but you should ultimately, eventually, look at raising their prices as well. Okay, number 4, your costs are going up. So we talk a lot about profit here, right? Talk about burn rate. What does it cost you to run your business? Well, if your costs are going up, in order for you to provide that same level of service, if your costs are going up, then that value of that investment, that price point should also go up accordingly. Just because, I mean, you shouldn't be punished because you have costs that are going up, whether it's rent or hiring or, you know, marketing or systems. It just allows you to do your job better, right? So look at it that way. You don't want to price yourself out of business. Okay, number 5, you're niched. You have a very specialized service where maybe you're one of a few, right? Or you have a really unique product where it's premium and it's out there. So think about it that way, as you're not a widget. You're not a commodity. You're putting yourself out there, solving a problem, you're providing a service, whatever you're doing in your very own unique way. And if you're serving a specific niche market, say like I only work with real estate agents, or in my case, I work with entrepreneurs. I've got a startup, kind of client list, and then I've got some people that are established. So, if you get more specific and more niche, there's a specialty price for that. There's a premium for that. So don't sell yourself short. Okay, number 6, you haven't raised your prices in about a year. Okay. Ask yourself this: have I gotten better at what I do by doing it for the last year? And the answer is probably yes. right? So if you haven't been increasing your prices at all, let alone the cost, like inflation was 6%, I think, last year in 2021. So, I mean, think about what it costs you to live and what it costs you to run your business. And a year that goes by, it might be time to actually start looking at that, especially if you're keeping your book of business big and you're at capacity or getting close to capacity, right? So these are all times that you should be able to consider and say, oh my gosh, is it time for me to raise my prices? I know it feels kind of icky, it feels scary, but the reality is you provide a service, you solve problems, and you deserve to be paid for that. This is not like a starving entrepreneur mentality, right? There are people out there that need your help, and you're going to reduce their learning curve. And so all the experience that it took you to get where you are today and to put yourself out there like this, that's years and years and years of experience that you're helping them reduce, right? You might be keeping them compliant like Amanda and I do with the Financial Unicrowns. You know, we do CFO services, keep you current, keep your cash flow visible, we forecast, we strategize, we look at contracts, like we do all these things that business owners don't have to do. There is value in that. So think about what that looks like for your business, right? Think about what that looks like for your business. Take a look at these 6 potential reasons why you should raise your prices, and I would consider it. And don't feel scared. I know there's a scary feeling. However, these are really concrete, well-researched reasons. And I'm seeing them in the market. I'm doing them myself. So I encourage you to do the same because we're in it for the long haul, right? Again, don't price yourself out of business. So with that, happy Money Monday. I'll see you next week.